Saturday, May 15th, 2021. Delisa here of DJL Training. In this video, I'm going to show you my new and improved Virtual Office 2.0. If you watched my first Virtual Office video, you will recognize many of the elements here. I created almost everything in Microsoft PowerPoint. My desk, for example, is multiple rectangles layered on a slide. My logo is another rectangle layered on a slide. Over time, I've gotten some really good input from my students to enhance my office. Like one student said I should add an aquarium to my desk. So now I have fish in my office. In the first video, I said I was going to draw the cup and the lamp in PowerPoint, and I will. But with all the renovations going on, I just haven't gotten around to it yet. You may recall that I used to have a couple of flat screens behind me. Well, one day, someone said my office needed windows. And I was like, okay. So I took down the flat screens and I installed windows. And I discovered that my office is overlooking downtown Durham. Don't worry, I still have the flat screens. They're still in here. I put a clock on the wall and hung a plant. The plant that was in this corner, I moved because that was just a really good spot for the laptop cart. That's where we store our laptops for training. Since I use my office for a lot of meetings, I added a couple of chairs for my guests. And speaking of guests, my office would not be complete without a place for Max. Where'd he go? Max? There he is. It's really cool having him hang out in here with me while I'm working. So where did I put the flat screen TVs? On the ceiling, of course. When I have a guest in my office, I simply lower the screens and my guest can see what's on my monitor without walking around my desk. And from here, I can monitor the virtual classroom, which is right next door. I can display that on one of my screens and keep an eye on the classroom. Max, shall we show them the virtual classroom? Would you like to see it? Come on. Good boy. This is my virtual classroom. This is where I conduct instructor-led, hands-on, live training. Let me turn the laptops on for you. I really enjoy my virtual classroom. It's so techy. I can do things like walk across the room in my virtual classroom, just like the weatherman. I can see all of those laptops right here on my monitors. I can display a student's computer on the big screen to share with the class. That is laptop number 3. If a student needs assistance, I can take control of their mouse and keyboard. I just launched Excel on laptop number 3. You can learn more about our virtual spaces at djltraining.com/virtual spaces. You can even request a demo if you'd like to experience our virtual classroom firsthand. Let's head back to the classroom. Come on, Max. So I'm sure you know by now that virtual classrooms have become quite popular with educators around the world. When I started creating my virtual spaces, there were a few things I really wanted to have, like animation, motion, live elements like this live video feed, and I wanted all of these things in real time. So everything you're seeing in this video is happening in real time as I record the video. There is no post-production editing on this video. Now, to pull this off, I'm using software that I didn't know existed a year ago, and the software works best on high-performance computers. So the latest addition to my office is a new gaming PC, which I custom designed online. That's my real computer, just like that's my real dog. So I'm live, Max is live, the fish swim, the clock ticks, and the computer, well, it's got a life of its own. Well, I hope you enjoyed this little tour of my virtual spaces. Oops, I forgot to turn the laptops off. And I hope that maybe I'll see you one day over in the virtual classroom, maybe for some Excel training. Until then, this is Delisa Lee of DJL Training, increasing efficiency and productivity.